Thank you for chatting with me today, Ryan. Appreciate your time. First question that I always start asking everybody is, what do you do at Intrigue?
Yeah, great question, and thanks for having me, Sean. So I am one of the senior account managers at Intrigue. So I am kind of the middle person between our clients and our team. So I meet with clients to chat with them about their results and how their campaign is performing, getting insights and updates from their end so that we make sure that we are promoting and are as up to date as possible with whatever they are looking to grow with their business, make sure we're aligned on their goals, the messaging that we have out there for them. And then I relay that information back to our team so that way we can execute on what it is that we talked about with our clients, and then vice versa as well. If there's anything that our team wants them to know about, I'm the person who helps relay that information that way as well. So very much on the client success element of it so that they feel heard and their concerns are addressed, but then also on the successful side of the campaign, be able to communicate how the results have been from our clients.
Fantastic. So it's that nice middle point of like information goes through you and past you. So it allows the clients to actually have that one point of contact and you're able to say, hey, this is what they want. This is what we want.
That's exactly it. The one main point of contact is exactly that. They definitely speak to other team members of ours at Intrigue. So that way on deliverables or different things that we are executing for them. But if they've got any main questions, anything to do with their specific campaign, invoicing questions, concerns, results, that all goes through myself and the other account managers.
Awesome. So being that middleman you're talking about, we do what's called map presentations. We give those to the clients. What exactly is a map and why is it important?
Yeah, for sure. So MAP stands for Marketing Action Plan. And what the MAP is essentially a 12-month campaign breakdown, line by line of the services, but also the months and investments of the execution of those services to be able to help them hit their goals that is determined kind of earlier on in the process and the budget associated with hitting those. We've got our predictions and our estimations based on our, over 100 landscape client database that we have all over North America around what we see in terms of cost per lead, cost per qualified lead, different expectations around website conversion rates. There's a bunch of different metrics that we can talk about in those meetings, as well as the different reports and analysis that we do to be able to get a full picture of where a client's or a prospective client's marketing is at and different areas where we can improve and support them on. That full plan, that marketing action plan, the map that outlines all of those pieces in about an hour presentation, showing them kind of everything that we've been able to dive deep on into and what our recommendations are going forward.
Nice. So it's a very broad overview of the things that like the clients like need to know and like kind of like it's almost like doing your own like little history and like little research of the company and being like, I've never heard of you before, but hey, this is what we've learned and this is what we kind of need to know.
A little bit. Yeah, there's a lot more of an analysis and data-driven perspective versus a understanding of the client if we've never heard of them before. It's more of here's where you are, and it's a literal stamp in time of here's where your SEO is at, here's where your website audit is at, here's what you're ranking for, and it's a snapshot of the whole picture online and how, let's say, how their social presence is and their email experiences depending on what services that they have or what they're currently utilizing with their internal team or with an outside marketing company. And it's an analysis of everything that they're doing and then a recommendation based on that of what we would recommend doing and continuing or start, stop, and continue.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. So when we're doing these analysis and stuff like that, if someone that you're saying like, if someone's doing their own social media and stuff like that, if someone already has a little bit of a presence online, we do end up taking them on as a client. Do you restart? Do you start from scratch with their social media or any marketing that they've done? Or is it just we just pick up where you've left off?
Yeah, it's a great question. And social media is a maybe too niche to think about it in that sense. But what we do is after the map presentation, we'll do an audit of, let's say, their website and their campaigns that they're running from a paid perspective. And depending on how they're set up and how they're running and if they're being successful for the client, we can continue to roll through them. Or if it is as simple as we'll use the account that you've created and let's say Google Ads as the skeleton, and then we'll build around it. We'll be able to add on to it and run the campaigns that we see successful for, again, the over 100 landscape clients that we're working with North America wide. So we can use some of clients' things like assets, videos, different pictures, branding guides, all of that stuff is super vital in the beginning stages of working with a new client. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we will start fresh for someone or if we need to bringing all of our new systems into the mix. One of the things that we typically do, though, is we want to make sure they have a solid foundation. So making sure that they're tight with their online presence from their website. We'll give recommendations on maybe what they can be doing from a social and email perspective. And then from the lead gen side, with Intrigue being a predominantly lead generation company, we definitely want to take a hold of those types of those accounts. Lots of times clients are doing a lot of good things on their own, whether it's come to their social, whether it's their social media activity or different things that they're doing internally or with another marketing company. And we like to help kind of put fuel on that fire where necessary.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you today. I really appreciate your time.
Cool. Thank you.
Cheers.